Hi, hello. So we're back with another workout video. I'm really excited about this one because this one has a lot of different types of exercises that I don't see a lot of people doing, and I started doing really recently and I really enjoy them. So I forgot to wear my rigs and we can't have that. Now that we have this problem solved, this was a total body workout and I made it focus on basically more conditioning moves. And what I mean by that is I wanted to choose exercises that utilized multiple muscles at the same time, upper body, lower body, core, balance, all of that, so that I had to basically pay a lot of attention during the exercise and I could do fewer exercises in total because I was just challenging so many muscles at the same time. And I'm trying to increase my athleticism and my coordination, and so I thought this was a really good way to do that, and so I've been having fun playing with that. So that's what we're going to do. In case you're new here, my name is Alina and I'm a certified personal trainer. I am very active on Instagram, posting fitness tips, information about health with different types of workouts, and now I'm sharing more full-length workouts here on YouTube because I think it's really helpful to watch someone go through workouts start to finish, and I wanted to be able to explain what I was doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, so that you can benefit from it and use these tips in your real life. So that's why I'm here. If you do enjoy the video, if you do enjoy the video, I would really appreciate if you liked it and if you considered subscribing so that you can join me for future videos. It'll be a 10 out of 10 experience, so let's get started. This first exercise is a variation of a reverse lunge. So a reverse lunge is essentially a lunge where you're stepping backwards instead of forwards. I prefer a reverse lunge because you don't use momentum to bring your body up. It's more about using your muscles to bring your body up, and I just think if it feels better for me, it's less pressure on my knees. I can lift more while doing it, so that's why I enjoy doing it. And I added the challenge of a side raise during this movement. Side raises target basically the side of your shoulder, so this part of your shoulder right here. And by combining these moves, I was really challenging my balance and making sure I was focused on keeping my body straight, upright, my back straight, without going like this, and also making sure that I was bringing my leg back far enough to feel the exercise in my legs without bringing my knee too forward. It gets your heart rate up like that really quickly, and I really recommend it. If you are a beginner, I would recommend not using any weight and just practice doing the reverse lunge. When you're comfortable with the reverse lunge, then I would recommend just without a weight bringing your arm up to the side. It just needs to be parallel. It doesn't need to be like all the way up or anything. It just needs to be parallel with the ground and you will be able to feel it. I promise you. This next exercise is an exercise from hell, and by that I mean it that was a lot funnier in my head than me saying it out loud, but this exercise is really difficult and I didn't think it would be that difficult, and then during the exercise I was just like, oh, why? And essentially you're holding a squat and going like this with dumbbells, and it looks pretty simple. It is pretty simple, except you feel it in your quads really quickly. You feel it kind of in your lower back, so just be careful with that. If it's too much for you, then stand up and then go back to finish your set, or maybe just make your set shorter, but don't risk your lower back. But I know when I need to lighten up, so I'm just letting you know that please be mindful of that. I don't want anyone getting injured. And when you're doing the punches, you feel it in your shoulders. It's like a burn. And I'm doing this with 10-pound dumbbells. I think that if you're a beginner, you should stick to maybe 2.5 to 5-pound dumbbells, or no dumbbells to start off with. I'm doing these for 30 seconds. Those are the longest 30 seconds of my freaking life. I was dying. And again, afterwards, I was just like, I don't know why I did that to myself. But it gets your heart rate up. It really helps with building endurance in your legs because you have to hold the squat position, and it works your shoulders a ton. And obviously it's kind of cardiovascular in nature, so I think that is a really good exercise that a lot of people don't actually do, so I recommend. Okay, this next exercise is one that I show on my Instagram a lot, and I've done on my channel before too, and I will continue to do it because I think it's one of the best exercises out there, and I hope that the more you see it, the more willing you will be to do it. It's a hip thrust with a dumbbell. I like this exercise a lot for a lot of reasons. I think the hip thrust is a really great exercise for everyone to do if you're trying to build strength, if you're trying to build up your legs, add shape to your legs, balance out your body, become a better runner, sprinter, jumper, anything like that. Your glutes are one of the biggest muscles in your body, and they can help you so much with regards to taking pressure off of your knees and your quads and your shins and your ankles when you're doing more intense exercises. So that's why I think it's really important for people. I don't care about gender or your age or athleticism. This is a movement you should be doing, even if it's without any weight, or even if you're doing it from the ground with your shoulders on the floor. That's still better than nothing. And I like this variation a lot because it's really easy to do in terms of you don't need fancy equipment to do it. You don't need a special hip thrust machine. You don't need a barbell. You don't have to set up the Smith machine. Just grab a dumbbell and do it. And you can see in the clip that I'm like the angle keeps changing because someone moved my camera, and because they needed a dumbbell, they could have just grabbed the other dumbbell. Anyway, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I think everyone should do it, and that is my spiel on that for now. This next exercise is a squat, but with an upright row. So an upright row is a shoulder exercise again that does challenge more of your arm, and essentially you will be able to work your front shoulder, your side shoulder, and a little bit of the muscle like here. And so I think it's a really great exercise just for overall shoulder development. Working your shoulders, I think, is really important because it helps give you a leaner look in your arms when you start losing body fat because of the muscle development there, and you'll see muscle definition throughout your arm if you have shoulders built. So that's why I work my shoulders so much, in an effort to look leaner when my arms are like not, when I'm not eating chocolate every day. So again, this exercise, you're combining a lower body movement with an upper body movement, which is the theme for today. And I think that by doing this, you also work on your coordination a lot, which I think is a lost art. I'm not coordinated. I failed at all sports when I was growing up. That's why I work out now, because I couldn't play sports. And so this type of exercise for me is really great because it makes me feel like I'm an athlete even though I'm not. And I just really, really love it. So I would recommend start off with a lower weight, like a 5 to 10 pound dumbbell, and then work your way up. So I did 12 on each side, so a total of 24 reps each time. This next exercise, I apologize for the angle, but there was nowhere for me to put my tripod, and when you film by yourself, this is what happens. So. Anyway, this is an assisted pull-up, assisted chin-up machine. I think this is one of the best machines for you to use if you go to the gym, because it is a really, really great way to get better at pull-ups, and I think pull-ups are a terrific exercise. I was going to say terrible, they're not. They're a terrific exercise because they build up your back, they build up your arms, and you get better at being able to do a movement that I think is really impressive. So by continuously challenging yourself on this machine, eventually you'll be able to get to the point where you can do this without any help. So I can do some without the machine. I prefer to use the machine to do more reps because I cap out at like 5 to 7. So if I want to go for more reps or something like that, then I will use the machine. And it's a really beginner friendly machine, so I really recommend it. And you see me doing 2 grips here. The first grip that I'm doing is with my palms facing me, and so that would be a chin up. And with that, you're using your biceps more, so the muscles here, to bring yourself up. So your biceps are working more with your back to bring yourself up, whereas the other variation with my arms like this is a pull up, and that works more of the muscles in your back, and you can't use your biceps as much to help you. There are pros and cons to both. I find the chin-up one easier because your biceps get to help you. So if you are a beginner, I recommend starting there. And I honestly alternate because I want to get better at both. So I don't see any harm in doing that unless you have some type of fascination with only doing one or the other. I think both are really good for just being balanced and like overall getting stronger. The next exercise is using the same machine. So most of the My hair is not cooperating. Okay, the next exercise is an assisted dip, and this can be done with almost all assisted pull-up machines. So the pull-up machine will allow you to do this exercise as well. So that's why I do this back and forth. So I'm supersetting here again. So I'm doing the pull-up and then going immediately to the dip exercise, and I think that's a really fun combo for a few reasons. But first, let me explain what the exercise is. A dip basically utilizes your triceps and parts of your chest to bring your body up and down, and the assist allows you to be able to do this exercise if you're not strong enough to do this with just your body weight. I am personally not strong enough to just do this without this machine. I'm getting there slowly, but I'm not at that point yet, which is why I love using this machine. I started off with being able to do it at 70 pounds on the machine, and now I'm up to like 40, 45, so I am getting there. With these machines, you also have to remember, and I can't believe I forgot to explain this, this is the one machine where the higher the weight you set, the easier the exercise. And that is because this machine, the weight setting is how much the machine is helping you. So if you set it at 50 pounds, the machine is going to take away 50 pounds from the work you have to do. So if I weigh 130 pounds and I set it at 50, that means I'm only lifting 80 pounds because 130 minus 50 is 80 pounds. And that's what I mean when I say I started with the dip machine at 70, so I was only doing enough work to lift up 60 pounds, 130 minus 70, and now I'm at 40 pounds, so now I can basically support 90 pounds of my weight. And hopefully I'll just keep getting stronger to the point where I can do this on my own without the need of the assist. I totally forgot to film and me saying bye or any type of outro, and I filmed this like a long time ago before I chopped off my hair. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please consider liking, subscribing, or don't do any of that, whatever you want. I really appreciate the fact that you made it to the end. Let me know if there's anything else or any type of workout that you specifically want to see, and I'll do my best to try and film and record those. But if you have any other feedback, just let me know. You can just comment and I'll be sure to get back to you. So again, thank you so much. Until next time. Okay, bye. Can't tell if that's cute or annoying, so.